being live streamed.
It's been a while since I've seen your pretty face live.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the first Mastermind Monday presented by the New England region of the Residential Real Estate Council for 2022. We are so excited to be here today. You know, this is going on our third year of presenting Mastermind Monday, and I always love to make sure I mention that Cheryl DiGirolamo, our immediate past president, who's on the call today. This was her brainchild, and we are so thrilled to be able to continue to share this and really just share this container of community. I'd like to just thank and introduce our leadership team for this year. Nora Lynch is our president-elect, and she's here today. I'm going to reach out to her in a sec to talk about some of the education we've got coming up. Christine McClellan, who I like to call our CTO, who this year is our membership co-chair, along with Ann Meswar, who's not here yet, but I bet she'll be here soon. We have Marie Presti and Michelle Hagstrom, who are both our finance co-chairs. Corrine Geiger is our RVP, and I think that rounds us out. I'm Lisa Parento, your 2022 president. So welcome, welcome, welcome. So I want to turn it over to Nora real quick. Nora's going to give us an update on education. So excited for our February class. But Nora, let me hand it over to you for a sec.
Okay, great. Shannon and I have been working. Shannon's our education chair, and for this year,
yes, Shannon Buss, who we couldn't go on without her. So sorry about that. And Shannon is our education co-chair. Sorry.
Yes, so she's the lead dog here. So I'm just helping her out today because I had this in front of us. We got Marky Lemons Rahal booked for really just 4 weeks from now on Wednesday and Thursday, February 9th. And 10th from 10 to 2 Eastern time. So we are still doing virtual course, and the course is Digital Marketing, Establishing a Social Media Brand. This is in Marky's playbook. She's an awesome instructor with this. We had her last year on a virtual call around December, and we're really looking to have her on for this digital marketing course. And we also have a couple other people coming up for June. We're probably going to do a virtual course that Shannon's working on too. And then hopefully, fingers crossed, we will be doing a live course in October, to be determined, to be, place and time and dates, but it will be coming out soon. But definitely mark on your calendars Wednesday, Thursday, February 9th and 10th from 10 to 2. And so you don't have to commit a full day to sitting on a Zoom call. And we're really excited. Digital Marketing, Establishing a Social Media Brand. So the link will be out. Look for emails. We get plenty of them, I know, right, Lisa? And also you can get the link from crs.com. It will be on crs.com that you can go ahead and register that way too. It's about $99 for a class for member, and then non-member, non-CRS is $120-ish. So thanks a lot. Take it away, Lisa.
Yeah, and just to mention
Shannon.
also,
Shannon's been awesome.
Yes, Shannon, thank you so much, and please forgive me for for not introducing you. You're such an important part of our team for sure. Also, just to let you know, if you're part of any larger group within the real estate profession, for example, Marie Presti is part of Realty Guild, we have been able to offer group discounts for a lot of groups, even if they're not members. So please reach out to us, and we'll try to get your group included in that. And shockingly, you will receive an email or two about this education class. So try not to hit delete before you at least look at that and maybe register for the class. So thanks so much. So let me get on, with no further ado, let me get on to introducing our featured presenter for today. Wondering, Christine, if you can pin Annie? I'm not sure you can, of course, you already thought of that. Annie is actually dialing in today from her phone, but we're so excited she's here with us. You know, when we did our installation, Elizabeth Mendenhall talked about the 10 questions that all leaders should ask themselves. And one of those questions was, are you any fun? Not like, are you having fun necessarily, but like, are you fun? And I think I will just speak for myself. I kind of went, oh, I don't know how fun I really am. So we thought, what a wonderful, wonderful way to start 2022 with kind of focusing on How can we be more fun? How can we have more fun? And the person that first came to mind for me, absolutely, and I think I texted her during the installation, was Annie Hart Cool, who really, really knows how to have fun in so many ways. So I wanted to invite her, and she said yes. And so I'm thrilled to death. You know, Annie's a local realtor here on beautiful Cape Cod. She's a Sotheby's realtor, team leader, philanthropist, artist, performance artist. The list goes on and on. And I want to just turn over the stage to you, Annie. And we
Thank
just
you.
can't wait to hear from you today.
Well, great, thanks. So, and of course, I'm technologically inept. But, my computer isn't working today, so I'm on my cell phone. So I'm going to have the team move my slides, right? Is that you guys are going to help me with that because I can't do it from here? Okay, so I'll just say next slide, I guess. Is that how we're just going to go with it? Okay, so get up and greet the day, everybody. This is Happy Monday. I'm one of those. I'm sure many of you have ninja'd here before. It's kind of a term now. It's become big in Sotheby's culture. And hey, thank you. I can see a lot of my Sotheby's friends from around the country are here. So that's very exciting. But you know, one of the things we practice in our daily routine is to get up and greet the day, and greet the day with some enthusiasm, with optimism, with a bit of fun. Quite frankly, we do our affirmations, we pat ourselves on the back and get on with our tasks for the day. Next slide. So what I wanted to talk to you about today was, what's your fun plan for 2022? And I have to tell you, I did this slideshow, you know, there's maybe 25 slides or something. And I did them with all these things off of, you know, Shutterfly. And then I went, well, that's silly. I have fun photos, I think. So, so you're going to see me in my most embarrassing moments. And you're also going to see my husband and my mentor group. I know you're out there. I apologize in advance, but we're fun. And so you need to be recognized. This photo that you're looking at right now is that year that I bought 150 noses to support ending childhood hunger. And every restaurant I went to, I'd go up to tables and I'd say, would you all mind putting on a nose and help prevent childhood hunger? And it's remarkable how many candid photos of people, and people, by the way, change the minute you ask them to costume. It's a great lightener. So I gave out 150 noses. I supported ending childhood hunger, and I made a lot of people giggle. Next slide, please. Oh, I think you went one too many. So being a realtor has a wide range of emotions, right? So on the left, this would be closing day. And last year I had the good fortune of closing almost 50 transactions. And you know, we always have that other day where, you know, we have that bad home inspection. And yes, that is me, the Wicked Witch. That was kind of a fun thing I did for the community. I'm very active down here on the Cape. And as Lisa said, very busy with the stage. I'm the president of the Woods Hole Theater Company. And this was an event I did for our local museum. I played the Country Witch, and probably caused a few nightmares for children in the neighborhood. But most people wanted to just touch my nose, and that's fun too. Next slide, please. Okay, here we are. There's my mentor group. Some of them are here today. Cheryl, and I think I saw Chris, and I think I saw Marie is here, and Nelson, of course. So thank you for being here. So one of the things I know about real estate and me, and I know that these mentors, we meet once a month, they hold me accountable to my business, which I appreciate. And one of the things that I know about me is I'm a workaholic. I am so excited about what I do for a living that I get almost tunnel vision about it. And I move very precisely. And I'm an overachiever, and I like to be competitive, and I want to win. You know, real estate lights me up. I love the hunt. I love the search. I love the people. And Of course, I dig the deal. I mean, that's why we do it, right? So I know after 24 years that if I don't plan to have some fun, I will be continually on my computer in my car, racing from one person's need to another. I call it real estate on demand. And I've learned over time and through practice that you need to really put fun in your business plan. Next slide, please. So who taught me this was my mother. So my mother was a politician of sorts. She's been gone now almost 30 years. But one of the things she did, she was a single mother of 5. And one of the things she did for me as a child, and I remember this 13, 14, 15 years old, before I'd go anywhere to any party or friend's house for dinner, she'd go, "What are your 3 topics?" And I go, "Oh, Mom, what are you talking about?" She goes, "I need your 3 topics. What are you going to talk about tonight? Tell me right now." And I would list my 3 topics, the softball game, the new cat. I don't know. I would list them. And she'd go, "Oh, that sounds like you're bragging. Not that one. Give me a new one." So my mother taught me at a very early age how to be a networker, to always be prepared, to have conversation at the ready. If you never got asked, if you never spoke to anybody, you didn't need your 3 topics, but you always left the house with 3 topics. So I'm going to ask you, what do you do for fun? What do you do for fun? How do you make it happen? Now, how is your fun uninterrupted? And what I mean by that is you can tell me you're out having fun, but if your cell phone is over there ringing and you're like looking at it and your friends are watching you look at it, and if you're picking it up and pretending to take photos when you're really texting a client, that's interrupted fun. That's not uninterrupted fun. What do you do for uninterrupted fun? And how do you budget for it? So when I do my plan, and I do my business plan every October, I have for the last 24 years, it's just in me. And when I do my plan, I actually put in what I want to do for fun and how much I think it's going to cost, because I need to raise the money. I'm not going to go into debt over fun, if you know what I mean. Next slide. So what's your color for fun? And calendar it. And what I mean by this is what floats your boat? Make a fun plan. What lights you up? Put it in your calendar and color it. My color happens to be orange in my calendar. And replenish your soul, because the truth is that memory making and fun is restorative. And if we've learned nothing else in the last 2 years, is we all need to fill our cups, right? We need to be resilient. We need to load up so that we can give away. So fun is what fills us up. Next slide. Oh, here's my messy calendar. Okay, so legitimately, this is my calendar. I transferred this, of course, to an electronic calendar. And if you haven't found out about Remarkable yet, it's kind of a cool thing that will do it for you. But it's a piece of technology that I still am learning, so I'm not going to go into it here. But if you look at my calendar here for January, it's pretty full. I'm supposed to be in Mount Washington right now on a 3-day ski trip, and really was excited to go. But hubby came down with COVID. So I am here at my computer in my messy office and happy to be quarantining, because I believe we all have to get it to get through it. So who knew? So here I am. Now, of course, this calendar is in code. You probably wonder, it's pretty messy, right? My mentors are in the sky blue. We meet once a month. They're already plotted through my calendar. The hearts, you see the hearts there? I'm an officiant. I've got some weddings coming up, so I always put them in the hearts. The kind of fuchsia pink, I've got 5 closings this month, so I put them in there so that I'll remember to show up for those. And then there's Ninja in the light green, the lime green. I've got 4 listing appointments coming up, so that's exciting. And I'm trying to take Tuesdays off. Like, I got to tell you, I'm trying to take Tuesdays off because laundry still has to be done and groceries still has to be gotten and fun still has to happen. So I'm trying to do Tuesdays for that. And if you go to the other side, this April calendar, I believe that you have to share your calendar with your friends and family and your team so that they know what's on your agenda, so they can hold you accountable. On my April calendar, the hey is I am a hay bale gardener, and I love it. I just love it. It's fun for me. And holy smokes, does it produce great stuff. So hey is when I have to buy my hay for my hay bale gardens. Check in with me on those because it's really a fun thing. And then on the Sundays, I do Sunday date day with my husband. We go to theater in Providence, and we do that just because it's an opportunity for me to be anonymous. We thought there's an awful lot of people from Cape Cod that go on Sundays to Providence. So it's not really all that anonymous, but we have a lot of fun. Down in the lower corner, you'll see Tales. That's a storytelling thing that I do for the Woods Hole Theater Company. And that's when that is scheduled. So that's exciting. Next slide, please. Who travels anymore? Oh my goodness. Right before everybody came on the call, we were talking about traveling and how sad it's been with COVID and difficult because everybody is catching it and it's foiling plans. So, I'm supposed to go to Hilton Head in February and then again to Tybee Island and Beaufort in March. And I'm bringing my bike. My husband and I believe in earn your dinner vacationing. So we try to make them very active. We're old goats now, and we realize that gravity is not our friend. So we take our bikes wherever we can. We are driving to those 2 vacations because we are concerned about air travel. We are, however, scheduled to spend the month of May in Italy and Iceland. Hopefully, we don't know. We go with this group, and I have had that plan for a year. So I have budgeted, I have collected all the income. I've actually paid for it already. So we hope we can go again. And then in Canada, we're going to Canada in September. Already got it planned. My calendar has it on it. So I think it's really important that people calendar their fun, their trips, whatever you do every single year. Put it in your calendar, put it in some bright, wonderful, fun color, and make it something you work towards achieving, because otherwise that real estate call is going to sneak in and you're going to be telling your family, how I talked about that trip? Yeah, we can't because this guy really needs me. Put it in your calendar. Next slide, please. So then there's this whole thing about making fun happen, spontaneous or planned. Now, yeah, that is me. I'm embarrassed. Does that costume make me look fat? Anyway, so that's me. I'm actually telling a story down in Woods Hole, and that's my friend the dragon, and he and I and 18 of his friends. I legitimately bought 18 of these puffy costumes. I've got flamingos, I've got dragons, I've got aliens, you name it. Yeah, if you ever want to borrow them, please. So what I did during COVID is I would put it up on Facebook and I'd say, hey, I'm going to meet at the library lawn. If anybody wants to walk up and down Main Street with me, come join me. And always had people show up with their own costumes, and we walk. We did so many curbside birthday parties where the kids couldn't come out, the cars would drive by, and there we were playing amongst the slow traffic. We did so many nursing homes, the first floor windows, just walking around, because holy smokes, people need to smile and giggle. And if it's us being crazy, so be it, right? So I have those costumes. They have not come out this year yet. So if anybody has an idea or a thought where we need to resurrect maybe the CRS parade. I don't know. It would be really fun. They are pretty spectacular and they're very warm. That's why they don't come out in summer because, well, unless you want to lose a few pounds, it's kind of a good idea, actually. And maybe I should think about that. And then on the right-hand side, of course, Lisa and I became grandparents. Woohoo! And this is my grandson. Coden, isn't he the sweetest? He's a year old and he is so proud to be sharing with me that he has learned to sign helicopter. And so this is his helicopter signing. He's not speaking yet, but he's having full conversations in sign. Next slide, please. Oh, and he totally gets his grandmother's wackadoodle already. He does, don't worry. All right, do you have a fun toolkit? I mean, we have so many toolkits for real estate. Do you have a fun toolkit? Come on. I have bubbles with my sticker on it. These are my stickers. I have bubbles. I have red noses. I have Mark's glasses, you know, with the nose. I have the inflatable costumes, coloring books with crayons. Bubble guns. Have you seen those? Those are the best. Anyway, tutus. Oh, who doesn't need a tutu? Every once in a while, I have to throw one on. And stickers. I got stickers. I've got magnets, travel tic-tac-toe, Easter eggs with candy, gift cards. I got to tell you, I keep probably, I'm going to say 10 to 15 $5 gift cards to an ice cream shop, Dairy Queen's down here where we are, and Dunkin' Donuts or one of the coffee shops. And I throw a sticker on it. And when I go to the gas station, the guy who fills up my tank, I'll say, hey, have a coffee on me. Or if I go to, you know, a store and a child is being particularly difficult or having a great time, I may say to the mom, here, go to Dairy Queen, have a $5 gift certificate on me. So it's important to have stuff in your toolkit. And I also do, of course, silly hats and headbands. You'll see that coming. You saw that with the mentor group. So I want you to seriously consider putting together a fun toolkit for 2022. Next slide, please. So make fun part of your everyday. Set an alarm for it. And what I mean by that, so this photo on the left is my family when Olivia was young, and she was having a particularly, you know, a tween event where she was very negative. So I came back to bed with these wonderful glasses, and it changed things up. And I have to tell you, we are an example for the people around us. And when I say alarm it, what I mean by that is, I don't know about you, but when I get on the computer, I sometimes forget it gets dark out. Like I forget the time is going by. So I have to legitimately put on my phone 45 minutes, an hour, whatever, so I can get up out of the chair. And I might blare some music and dance for a bit. I might take the dogs for a walk. I might even swap out the laundry. You know, here are the things that we need to do, because if allowed to our own devices, and I know you know this, you will be finishing up that report, getting things done, and not having any fun. So I want you to start alarming it. Put it out there. Say you're just going to do 45 minutes. Then you're going to go check on your wife or your husband or your girlfriend or the kids. You're just going to go get your head out of real estate. Next slide, please. Move it. Just move it. Part of having fun is getting your endorphins flowing, right? And the more you move, the more fun you'll have. So my husband and I, before COVID, were collecting countries. We do 2 countries a year. I took 6 weeks off a year, put it right in my business plan, and we would travel with our bikes and bicycle other countries, because we believe it's the best way to learn about cultures and see the world. So this, I think, was Croatia, and he's kind of a goof. But of course he'd have to be because he's married to me. So there you go. So next slide, please. So do what you need to do. Oh, one too many. do what you need to do to have more fun. So just like with CRS, we joined this group because we want to be around like-minded people, right? So you might need to find some like-minded people that do what you do. Now, we belong to this bike and ski club, and as a result, we've got 12 people from around the world, friends of ours, who've joined this Cape Cod, this Upper Cape Bike and Ski Club, so that they can vacation with us. We've got people from Australia that vacation with us, from England that vacation with us through this group. Because when you go as a group, and I got to tell you, people that bicycle all over the world, they're not whiners. Because who signs up for this? They're extraordinary humans, and so it's kind of a fun thing. So you need to find a group of like-minded people who you can have fun with and go for it, because we work hard, we have fun, and we make history. Next slide, please. The possibilities are endless. I put it out there in a couple of my real estate groups, as a lot of the Sotheby's guys are here or were here. What do they do for fun? And one of the gals wrote back and she said, geez, I bought an outdoor pizza oven and I'm having a blast with it because I love to make pizza and it's so fast and so good. Another one adopted a dog. Some learned to play pickleball, which is all the rage. I actually it's in my business plan for this year. Some are ballroom dancing, which is nice. It's relationship maintenance as well. I am a season ticket holder for theater down in Providence. And some people joined a team or a group. I even had someone write to me and say that they are knitting, always wanted to knit a sweater, and they're finally learning how to do it. I had somebody else say they're finally learning to play the ukulele. I mean, these are the kinds of things that are possibilities for having fun. Next, please. Whether I want to or not, I get a massage a month. I just budget it. It happens. Some people do more than that. I'm still that girl that I can go once a month. And actually, most of these folks that are in this photo are people I sold houses to. So I try to combine my fun with a little bit of client appreciation and maintenance. The woman in the hot tub with me, I've sold 2 or 3 houses with, and now her husband is a teammate, actually. So kind of fun. That was the night before their wedding. We went and had a little fun before she became a married woman. And that was neat. So next slide, please. So when you have to look for fun, go within and choose it wisely. During COVID, I took cooking classes in Rome. I traveled by Netflix and Amazon Prime, as most of us did. I did a lot of bicycling. I had some Zoom dinner parties through our local museum. They actually delivered dinner and wine to my porch, and then we Zoomed the dinner. We did wine tastings, we did whiskey tastings. It was really kind of a neat program, all the while supporting the museum and keeping it open, if you will. I started hay bale gardening. I did soup on the stoop. So there's 7 families that rotated a night, and we cooked for each other through much of COVID. And so you never knew what you were going to get, but you knew you didn't have to cook every night, which was really kind of fun. Took some writing classes online. I told you about my Remarkable. I'm still learning it. And Zoom family night. My friend Marie, I don't know if she's still here, but she used to do these wonderful game nights on Zoom and with her clients. And it was really kind of fun to hear about how the families would be so excited to be there. And she'd have 2, 3, 7 families that would Zoom in for family night. Great fun. So the next slide is all about making fun happen. These are the questions I ask myself when I'm doing my business plan. So what besides real estate lights you up? What goals can you establish around what lights you up? How can you incorporate your family, friends, and clients into your fun? How can you see fun making you more attractive? I believe fun is a relationship creator. And I need to tell you now, the buzz has been all about relationships matter and building relationships and how difficult COVID has made it for that. I'm going to tell you that if you add more fun to your life, your attractiveness to your friends, family, and clients is going to go crazy. People want to be around people who have fun. So some of the things that I came up with, and this is right out of my business plan, I'm going to investigate 10 new rail trails in New England this year. And you can hold me to that. I'm absolutely going to do it. I'm going to do at least 200 miles on my bike. There's this great conservation, it's called the 300 Committee here in Falmouth, and we've got over 30 hiking trails. And I think as a real estate agent, it's an asset for me to know those trails so that when I sell a house in the hood, where one of these trails might be, I can actually speak about it. So I am going to make a commitment to discovering those trails and probably inviting some friends and clients to discover them with me. So that would be nice. I'm going to continue my date nights with my husband, Sundays at the theater. And then I've been incorporating paint night. I think many of you know that there's some breweries here on the Cape that do these fun little paint nights where you can go and pretend like you know what you're doing and leave with an actual painting of your own. And the last two that I did, I have brought clients with me as a client appreciation. And I think it's like a really cool thing because then it's very casual and fun and you leave with a little piece of art. I really suck at it, but you know what? It's good for us to be able to admit what we are good and not good at and just embrace that, right? So I am going to get on stage this year. I've been so busy running the theater company, I haven't gotten on stage as much. So I am going to do that this year. So that's kind of some of the things in my fun business plan. I'd like to hear that you're all doing a business plan around fun for 2022. Next slide, please. I have a side hustle. I do. I'm going out there. I am an officiant. I'm a justice of the peace. I was appointed maybe 8-9 years ago by Governor Deval Patrick. And I have the good fortune of marrying people, which is really fun. Actually, love is a wonderful business. It's great to be in it. So the first picture on the left is this family called me and said, "We hear you're the fun officiant. Can we fly you to the Dominican Republic to marry us?" Yeah, I'm in. So that's down in the Dominican Republic. I married them first on their deck here in Falmouth, and then they flew me for a week to the Dominican Republic. I'm in the back with the bouquet, by the way. And then the other one is, a COVID marriage ceremony. This weekend, I did my 512th marriage. Very cool. Next slide, please. So play, fun, happiness is attractive. People are drawn to it. I think it's really important that we all put fun back into our life. Nobody looks stupid when they're having fun. So please get the message that this is the time to start charting your fun. Next place, slide, please. So get on stage. I'm loving this. I'm getting all these fun little texts from people. Get on stage. I'm doing that. I run the theater, as I said, down in Woods Hole, and life is not a rehearsal. So just enjoy it. Create a following. The first photo is down in Woods Hole. We do this thing like the moth. We tell tales, 10-minute stories. It's always sold out. We're in our 8th year, which is exciting. And then the other one is I have for 26 years been Catherine Lee Bates, who wrote America the Beautiful for the town of Falmouth. And so there I am in all my glory on August 12th, which is her birthday. And I think I'm 167 now. I'm not sure, but looking pretty good for an old broad. Next slide, please. Choose the people to be in your tribe, your fun tribe. So this is Tom Pucci. He's an IT guy. He's kind of a an IT geek. I wish he was here to fix my computer. Maybe he's watching. Anyway, Tom Pucci and I are going to be starring in a production of Love Letters coming up on February 17th here in Falmouth, and to raise money for the Woods Hole Theater Company. And I'm very excited to be his girlfriend for 2 hours. It will be a great show and great fun. So next slide, please. Yeah. I was teaching these kids about the selfie stick, and I got to tell you, I was at somebody's house. I don't know who, and I don't know these kids. They're probably grown-ups now. It's 10 years old. But then the other one is, I actually got paid to wear a lampshade on my head. And I know Nelson, if he's still here, he wears them regularly. So that's my lampshade. Next.
You're muted.
Right. Thank you. I took on a client's litter of cats last year. Great fun. My husband maybe didn't think so much, but I raised these cats, and I had people coming in and visiting them and choosing them, and we had a lot of fun. And then on the other is, of course, when I was here kitty to that wonderful beast behind me in South Africa. He had just, I was assured by the guide that he had just finished eating a Nyala, so he was not interested in the fat American, but he's looking at me a little bit nervously there, so I got out of there pretty quickly. Next slide, please. I think it's important that we all lighten up, right? People can hear you smiling. And I put this in because we're under our masks all the time now, right? But when we speak to each other, we can hear it in our voices if we're happy. So I think it's really important that we all need to try our hardest to lighten up. This is these two photos, my girl Olivia, we were in England. We, of course, were having a great time. And then I think this was one of those birthday parades or graduation parades. And I love bubble guns. If you haven't invested in bubble guns, you need to. They're great fun. All right. So I was trying to keep this precise. I hope I did. Just to recap, it's the last slide. Make fun part of your plan, not an afterthought. We're really good at putting stuff on the back burner. So make fun part of your plan, not an afterthought. Invite others to play, because that's how we build relationships. Find your fun tribe. You'll know who they are. So, if my sister was on here, she'd completely agree with me. I'm the glass half full. She's the glass half empty. She's not part of my fun tribe. She would absolutely want to hear about it. Don't make her participate. Alarm yourself, please. Alarm yourself. We can get consumed by real estate on demand. So put an alarm on. Listen to the alarm. Get up from your desk. Walk the dog. Do the laundry. Dance in your room. Do something. But alarm yourself. Put fun in your calendar. Make it messy. Make it messy. Create a fun toolbox. You'll never be disappointed, because you're going to run into those clients that are going to have those kids that need to have a little bit of fun. You'll have something ready for them. And make 2022 prosperous, and please laugh a lot. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, Annie. Oh my God, I was frantically taking screenshots and writing notes. I keep thinking, I don't do any of that stuff. Apparently, I have 0.0 fun. But I loved so much of what you had to say, and I love the toolbox. That'd actually be a really great, if we, when we can get together, would that be a fun event afternoon. We could do it as a fundraiser. We could do it during CRS week, something where we all got together and maybe everybody brought all kinds of different things. And then we created fun toolkits for ourselves. I just think that would be,
Yeah.
because most of us, shockingly, Annie, most of us probably don't have those. I'll speak for myself. I sure do not have a fun toolkit. And so that would just be like, it would be so intentional and really fun, and it would be lots of laughs, and that would be so great. I guess, we are a little bit over. I want to open this up. If anybody has any amazing questions, I actually thought about one, but I'm not sure we have the time. But does anyone else want to chime in and ask any questions? I think there was some there's like 23 chats, which I couldn't look at because I was doing the.
Yeah.
Brenda wanted to know where to get those cool costumes.
Oh, so I just went on Amazon and Googled it, and they came up. And then the thing is that you need to be careful not to just buy children's. So there's an adult branch and a kids branch, because the kids wouldn't fit me. So I had to balance it. But the other thing we did last year was we did the graduations. All these kids graduated from virtual schools, classrooms, and we did the costumes went by their schoolrooms. They were all outside, and we all walked down and congratulated the fourth graders going to fifth and that kind of thing. So they're really cool. And my husband thinks I'm completely nuts, but we have a lot of fun with them. So please borrow them if you need them.
Amazing. Anybody else have any other questions? Want to chime in? Well, one of the things for the future, Annie, I'd love to just ask, you have such a full life. You have an amazing real estate business. You have so many interests, so many philanthropies. Tell me a little bit about what you say no to.
Well, that's a really great question, because one of the things that's happening, the older I get, and the more connected I am, the more I'm sought after for boards of directors. And I'm just not that girl. I don't play well in boardrooms. So, I know this about me. Yeah, it's just not who I am. So, but I get that they want to lend my self to their name, and I get that, and I'd like to do more things, but they are in fact boardrooms. You're right, Marnie. So I say no. I've been solicited a lot. I'm happy to help with fundraisers, do a story to help raise money, show up at an event, but I just can't join anymore. So I say no to a lot of that. Fundraisers for you. Thanks, Marnie. So I really try to say no to those kinds of things. I try to say no. I'm right now taking care of someone who is dying of kidney failure, and that's big, and I'm learning so much about the healthcare system and that kind of stuff. And because of that, a lot of people are asking me those questions, like how do they navigate? And maybe at some point I'll be an advocate for that stuff, but I can't take it on right now. I got too much on my plate.
So it just sounds like you continue to really stand in your purpose, and what has been effective for you. I think that's the question that so many of us continue to struggle with is how and when do we say no so that we can say yes? So
Right.
just something to ponder, and I appreciate your authenticity and your honesty with that. Well, this has just been absolutely amazing. As I said, I took so many notes. I'm definitely going to color in the fun things in a different color. There were so many things that are easy to do right away. I thank everybody for joining us. We really look forward to bringing you some amazing Mastermind Mondays in 2022. Annie, I don't know if you want to put your contact in the chat if people want to reach out to you also, but you certainly, if you look at all for Annie Hart Cool, you're not going to have a hard time finding her online for sure. She's been an amazing advocate for CRS in New England region. Thanks again, everybody on the team, for being here today, and thanks for everyone joining. We know your time is very precious, and we really appreciate the fact that you chose to spend it with us today. We look forward to seeing you Monday, February 14th. And then the education with Marky Lemons in February as well. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.